Glad to see you and welcome to WedVibes live session. And today we will talk about the biggest component of your success is portfolio, right? How many times you've heard the importance of that in the decision-making process and how many struggles a lot of wedding creative have with like shaping the most appealing portfolio. And today is the day. Together we will figure out how to make it in the most appealing way. And if you haven't met, my name is Alina, and this is Daria with me.
Hello,
We are
hello.
co-founders and co-owners of WedVibes and the powerhouse behind its growth. So everything that you see on the storefront, it's probably us and our team who drive in this growth. And let's start with a quick question to you guys. And Alex, can you help me please and pull out the poll? Can you choose the option if you have already attended some of our live sessions before, or this is the first one? Our meaning WedVibes. So please choose your option. I'm not a host, so I cannot track the progress, but I assume that we are anticipating at least 50 answers because we want to know better who is joining us today. So tell me what's the progress, Dario, Alex.
The progress is like 40 people have answered so far. So let's wait for a few more. 45. Okay. Yeah, the majority, almost 60% are actually excited to be on
Oh,
the
now I
live
see. All
session.
right, that's great.
You see the results.
All right, so 60-40 is the main consumer test principle, 60-40. All right, majority of you are joining us for the first time and 40% welcome again. And congratulations to both groups, because today, regardless of the stage of the business, regardless of your profession and your style, you will walk away from the room with our portfolio curation framework, and the most important, with the confidence and understanding how to curate your portfolio to showcase your talent and appeal to the couples you want to work with. And now we want to get to know you better. And I will ask you to put in the chat, and I see there are a lot of people already started using the chat. Please put in the chat your name, your location, and where you're joining from. And also, that's a great thing to say hi to everyone, because it's not just a bunch of weirdos joining this virtual room. It's actually your fellow professionals. And one day, most probably, you will work together, because we already witnessed how many people connected during our live sessions or during our course and start working together and doing collaboration. So yes, say hi. And we always encourage you to use this chat and put it on fire, because this is how you can take maximum advantage of the session and everything we're going to share. All right, so before we start, 70% of couples, and you probably know that, say that portfolio is the most important thing when choosing the vendor. However, sometimes, and in many cases, the biggest struggle is, all right, how to choose those 10, 20 best images from the gallery, from the wedding day, to make it really shiny and to stand out and to catch the eye. And we, with our huge expertise, we received 1,000 submissions of the wedding. We know what luxury clients want to see, and we know how everyone who joined us today can find the hidden gems and show it in the best way. Buckle up and let's get started.
Yeah, hello, everyone. I can see some familiar faces and new faces. Welcome. And while you are introducing yourself in the chat, we're going to tell you a story about us. If you don't know our faces, once again, my name is Daria, here's Elena. We're the founders of WedVibes Media, and we're going to tell you the short story about our background and what we do right now as a WedVibes. Yes, basically, you can relate to both of us because we both had such a completely different background. And Alina came from the corporate world, and she is a marketing guru. She used to work for those famous brands that you all know and love. It doesn't matter where you came from which country. The brands like Nutella, Kit Kat, Ferrero Rocher, and I always say that she has a magic superpower, and we've seen it in action so many times, and we're going to tell you about it later. She transforms talents into money. This is why we are so successful right now as a project. She can teach you how to understand your client needs. We're going to talk about it today, later today. And based off that, understanding your client's needs, she knows how to create a successful business. And I believe that every talent, like especially in the wedding industry, needs someone like her because she knows, yes, how to thrive on it and create a successful business.
And Daria, she is a proven wedding and marketing expert. She did luxury wedding planning back in Europe, in France and Italy and Spain. And also she did creative brand campaigns for brands such as Tiffany and Jo Malone. And today Daria leads our content part and blends art, fashion, and digital trends in our aesthetic that we are known. And I think that now we have to remove the software update somehow
Wait a second, I didn't.
because we see this on the screen.
That's good because that's good that you told me because
Yeah,
I didn't
it worked.
it.
So yeah, we came from different backgrounds, and I see that you guys already exchanging Instagrams. That's awesome, and you exchanging your probably also backgrounds, and you came from you have everyone has different stories and different education, but we here in the wedding industry, and we help talents to convert your talent into success.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we do every day. We are basically reimagining matchmaking between couples and talents, and we do it through our media outlet, from our blog, website, Instagram, and we're also marketing experts, and we help wedding businesses every day to go from being one of many to become the one for the right couples. And we see our mission in action every day. So to this point, to this day, we helped over 1,000 wedding professionals. And you see here on the screen, you can see some of their examples, testimonials. Uh, yeah, and they're wedding professionals like planners, photographers, cake artists, makeup artists, floral designers, videographers, and they came from all around the world, from United States to Europe, New Zealand, Australia. And with us, with our marketing course, they've built successful businesses. They went viral on Instagram. We have many cases like this one. They attracted their dream clients. They understood, first of all, who their dream clients are. They got rid of the imposter syndrome and got confident, which is the most important thing when you're selling your services. And we are so, so proud of them. Today, you're going to hear some of their testimonials in live, and they're going to share their story.
Speaking now of portfolio curation, the reason why everyone joined today. We magazine, and we are the fastest growing wedding magazine now with an upscale and fashion forward style and aesthetics. And we know what luxury couples want to see. This is the first. And we're also content creators and storytellers. So we help our members to craft and to curate their portfolio in the most compelling story to stand out. And we always know how to find the hidden gem in every gallery. That is why we developed our portfolio curation framework that we're going to share today, and share all the tactics and strategies as you can apply when you sit down and decide, all right, how I can craft this post on Instagram and make it live and to stand out and catch the eye of the right couples. And let's start with the big idea of the day. And I want everyone to write it down. Showcase what you want to attract. Speaking of portfolio, and we know, and we will talk about that most probably not every wedding you have had is the dream wedding. However, we will teach you how to make it look like a dream wedding and to be attractive to people you want to work with. And actually, portfolio curation, it's not just curation. We break it down into 3 steps. First is client and positioning, because it starts with you and your understanding what kind of clients you want to work with. And it's not just upscale people who can afford luxury things. It's way deeper because luxury can be different, and we will dive into that. Number 2 is preparation. Every project is your resume or application for the next project. So the better you prepare, the better outcome you will have, and the easier the curation will be. And number 3 is pretty much curation itself. So 1, 2, 3, 3 main pillars, and we will walk through each of them. And the clients you attract are a mirror of the work you put out into the world. So if you feel like that you're attracting not the couples you want, you're in the right place. Let's make some simple twists and it will change.
Yeah. Okay, let's go through the step number 1. This is what actually one of the most important things, and we're gonna do some exercises with you. So if you are not driving, not cooking, please pay attention to like this live session right now. We're gonna need your help in the chat. First of all, we have to identify our dream client, because let's be honest, we all want to work in upscale luxury market, right? We all want to have like earn a decent money for the job we're doing. We all want to have like the work with all beautiful destination locations. But we have to remember that there are different kinds of luxury and different kinds of luxury couples. And even if we look into the celebrities, like Emma Watson, Hailey Bieber, Taylor Swift, Kim Kardashian, they all luxury, meaning they all have lots of money. Some of them are married, some of them are not, but they will in the future. And they're going to be like the different brides, completely different. Like Kim Kardashian, she's more fashion, flashy, kind of forward. Emma Watson is completely different. She's intelligent, she's a bookworm. The Taylor, she's like the girliest girl, or like the Hailey Bieber, she's like ultra fashion forward, right? It is really simple if we look into celebrity examples. But for you, we actually prepared some exercise, and we're gonna dive into real examples, meaning the examples into the wedding industry. And we compiled together 4 completely different brides. They're all real brides. They all got married in the last, let's say, 2 years, I want to say. They're all their real Instagram. If you want to, you can even get a screenshot and dive into the Instagram just to learn more about them later, because this is like the very useful exercise. And we divided them in 4 categories, and there are like much more categories we can come up with, but let's look into those 4. The first one on the left side is Erica. We called her IT girl. She's a business owner, she is a blogger, she's a fitness influencer, she's very confident, and publicity matters for her, because even before the wedding, we've seen like so many publications, podcasts with her, just to give you like the small glimpse into like their life. The second one is Iman. She is the author of, I want to say, like romantic novels, romantic stories. She's a bookworm. She's very intelligent. She's a world traveler, and she's like super sophisticated. Even like you can help me, and even like by looking at this screen, if you see something that you want to add to each one of them, to each one of those girls, definitely all of your comments are welcome. And the third one here is Maria Carla. She's a fashion model. So she's, of course, like Hailey Bieber example. She's like ultra fashionista. She's also like IT girl, but in a different sense of reality. And the last but not least, we call her old money, Sophie. She's a Stanford graduate. She lives in Northern California. She's a girl with impeccable taste, and like she's more classic and family oriented, and she's not that public, yet all of their Instagrams are open. I know sometimes it's a hard case because like the Instagram could be private, but these are as real brides with open Instagrams. Okay, now I need your attention. Let's brainstorm together. If we look into those girls, Erica, Iman, Maria Carla, or Sophie, what, like, if you will imagine their dream wedding, what kind of weddings there would be? Maybe you already seen the result. Maybe you already recognize them from some very viral weddings. But here's, yeah, I just need your comments in the chat. I will scroll in a previous slide once again. Just brainstorm, give me ideas what kind of weddings they look like. Okay, and no one is here, but let's
Yeah, let's put in the chat, like, for fashionista, old money, how you imagine their
yeah.
wedding will be, because they're all luxury. They're just very different.
Absolutely. Okay. IT girl might have a bunch of veggies or fruit on her table, dark drapery. Okay. Yeah, I love this idea. What about the romantic one? What about our author, like the bookworm? So many comments right now. Okay. Romantic book lover, maybe intimate Tuscany wedding. Oh, love it. Actually love this idea. Lots of design details, fashion details, scheme. I think this one is for Erica, right? For our IT girl. IT girl will choose a luxury hotel. Okay, for fashionista, something super trendy. Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, real. It's obvious. Yeah, old money, historic location, some estate. Love it. Once
The
again.
old money, always historic location, I see. Fashionista, super trendy.
Okay, so yes, thank you guys for your participation. So right now I can see like
Old
so
money is always
many
about brands.
examples. Like, yeah, here's like now we're diving into real brainstorm, and you can easily see how different we imagined their wedding, right? For some it could be like super trendy, for some it's historic location, for someone it's roses and candles, yeah, and romantic castle, and for someone it's like ultra luxury hotel, like White Lotus style. Okay, and let's go further and check out what happened in real life. Okay, so Erica, her wedding actually got super viral and they've been published in Harper's Bazaar. They got married in Egypt, and it was like the celebration of the century. They have so many celebrities attending their weddings. They have like like I believe it was like 4 or 5 day event, so like the whole shenanigans. If we talk about Iman, yeah, let's just once again let's dive into this picture. It's very like whimsical, romantic. We can see like the beautiful headpiece here, right? This is beautiful. Maria Carla, you guessed it, she was ultra fashionista. Her wedding is like the even like the dress, it just looks unconventional because she basically wore like the corset. They were like with a headband, and this is like Marie Antoinette meet, I don't know, something like ultra modern. And with a Sophie, it's a beautiful, classy, and like very like I would say timeless event, right? So this is imagine like from what we've gathered in the chat, this is exactly how we imagine. Maybe like with some twist, but once again, we all were right in the end. Now, do you know? I'm sure you kind of guessed it. Who was like the photographers they chosen? We're gonna brainstorm with the photographers here. So what kind of portfolio do they want to see? Like who they chose to photograph their wedding? Yes. Amy already guessed that Sophie hired Corbin. It was kind of obvious because it was screenshot on Instagram. What about anyone else? Katie or Corbin for all
Katie or
money?
Corbin.
Yes, love it. Some saw Corbin. What
Go for
about
the
it?
big names. All right.
Yeah. Very
Oh, the
traditional.
question is like, what kind of portfolio do these clients want to see? Like fashionista, IT girl, old money. If you think about those 4 girls, what was their journey? What they wanted to see in the portfolio of the photographer they want to hire. Bottega
Okay.
for Erica.
Bottega for Erica, but I mean, fashionista Ebiju, yeah,
That's
love it.
actually that's interesting. We are right now in hybrid collective in San Diego, and so many
She's here.
photographers you mentioned they actually joined hybrid this year, and they've been in the room. Oh, Amy, hi. We should say hi to each other. We're in the room.
They
Okay.
want to see weddings that would give them inspo for their own wedding. Yes, I love this idea. I love this idea. Okay, let's look into the photographers
Romantic
they've
book club.
hired and what kind of portfolio. And once again, pay attention like what those photographers actually showcase on their Instagram. And once again, if you don't know anyone we mentioned here right now, you can screenshot and dive into their Instagrams just to learn more about them. And once again, compare what they showcase on their Instagram, on their website, and compare their brides who actually chose them. Yes, Erica, she chose Bottega. And this is like, yeah, I think y'all could, I can see some examples. It could be Josevia, it could be Ebiju, because like they kind of have like the same, like the similar vibe. It's like fashion forward photography, like they use a flash a lot, right? They have like lots of publications, lots of exposure. And you can easily see that working with them, you will attract like so much attention from the world, right? But for example, Iman here, our bookworm, our romantic book lover, she chose, and I'm sorry for my Spanish, Diaz de Vida y Rosas. I love those guys, and like they are like very romantic. Once again, they're bohemian, very whimsical, and even if you will dive into the Instagram, you will see so many like unconventional shots. And this is exactly how I would imagine her wedding, because she basically wants something cinematic, like Pride and Prejudice style of cinematic, something out of the pages of the book, right? With Maria Carla, of course, she has all of those connections with a fashion world, and it made sense that she hired, I believe, like European fashion photographer Elio Rosato. And even if you look into their Instagram, like he has all of those. Like, there are no wedding portfolio so far, like nothing. But there are like lots of images for the brands, runway shows, etc. And yeah, because like this is her world, she understands that this is exactly who she would choose for her celebration. And you've seen it already in a previous style of our Sophie, our sweet Sophie, like the old money style. She would choose Corbin Gurkin, and like exactly, I love these comments in the chat. She's very like classic editorial, and she has like so many legacy clients. Of course, it is something I would, as a Sophie, I would want to relate, right? So think about all of those photos and like the whole looks, the whole aesthetics they put into the world. And now let's talk about you and what.
Now let's focus on you. Leave those brides and move the focus on your couples and your style. And what do you want your couples to see from your Instagram feed, from your portfolio? The exercise. If you're chopping your salad or walking your dog, please pause, pull out the pen, and write down 3 words, or at least a phone, and write down 3 words that describe your style, and pretty much what you want them to see. Everyone who see you, like look into your Instagram, they want to see some specific words. And you can take a minute, think through it, and put it in the chat. It is not written in the stone. You can change it as you go, as you change your style, as you change the segment you work at. That's normal. You're constantly changing. But as of today, you have to choose those 3 words, and that will be your North Star when you curate your portfolio. Because every time you make a very hard decision, if you shall choose this picture or drop it, ask the question, if this picture actually emphasizes and highlights those 3 words. So I see that you start putting in the chat. It can be romantic, cinematic, vintage, bold, fine art, glamorous, I believe. Artist, romantic, candid, romantic, vintage, inspired, playful, moody, classic, romance. I love it. Glamorous, minimalist, and creative. What I actually love the most, that we have so many talents in the room, and yet you have very different set of 3 words.
Yeah.
So every time you say that everyone is like doing very similar job and very similar style, not really. You have a very good understanding of your uniqueness. And that's a very important first step. If you understand your 3 words And then how you showcase them, how you communicate them with the pictures, because visual communication is your the strongest muscles that we are now working on. All right, and thanks to everyone that no one put the timeless, because timeless, it's kind
No,
of
I
by
actually
default in the wedding.
I saw some
You
time.
saw some.
Yeah.
That's all right. You can put timeless. Just we always try to make it very honest about timeless weddings. For 99% of couples, it's something timeless. Wedding pictures, they want to stay in the living room. They want to show their kids, grandkids, and to the family. That's why timeless, it's by default the description of weddings. So if you choose it, just be very thoughtful, because usually it doesn't really help you to stand out. Fine art, romantic editorial. All right, so great. And now save those words in whatever your notes, in your notebooks, because that will be again your lighthouse every time you choose what to put out there. And pretty much how to also communicate your style in a simple way.
Yeah, and if you cannot find those words, think about the photographers we just discussed and think about their words, how you will describe them. And like, does it apply to you? Does it feel like this is your aesthetic, or you're looking for something completely different? And try to like screenshot this slide and try to eliminate words that it feels like they don't apply to you.
That's a great, source of inspiration for the words. So
Yes.
with that, the first step of understanding your client, we are summarizing with the 3 words that you have. When you leave the room, you will have the 3 words, and you will always remember that luxury can be different. It's not how much money people have, it's what are their values and what they communicate and what they want, how they want to be seen by you. Step number 2, preparation. Preparation isn't optional, it's the foundation of excellence. And here we speak about most of your upcoming projects, your pipeline for 2025, 2026. And we will start with the objection that most probably, and we understand that, some of the weddings you plan to do, it's not a dream wedding. Please put in the chat if you already have some bookings, some weddings for the next year, for this year and next year, that doesn't really speak well with your aesthetics, but we all have to live and pay our bills, and we take the job that we usually don't feel like, yeah, that's very right. And that's smart. However, we are here today still to take advantage of every project we do. And it's possible. And we did that. We did that with our students, with our clients. So we are speaking from experience, not just theoretically. Even if it's not the right venue, it's not Villa Balbiana, or it's not a Sunstone Villa, if it's not an expensive decor or not fashionable enough looks, there is still some room. And let's watch a video.
You don't read runway. No. And before today, you had never heard of me. No. You have no style or sense of fashion. Well, I think that depends on what you're. No, that wasn't your question. I was editor-in-chief of the Daily Northwestern. I also won a national competition for college journalists with my series on the janitors union, which exposed the exploitation of.
That's all. Yeah, so
It's not all.
Yeah, I can see the comment from Elizabeth, my favorite movie to rewatch. Yeah, here's like the short teaser from Devil Wears Prada, and from what Alina said, from what we hear all the time from our consultations, that you sometimes feel like Andy felt in the office of Miranda Priestley, like you are looking at those amazing luxury couples and you feel like they not even look into you because like they like not associate with you, that you're not in a luxury space right now, how to be like in this room and feel yourself confident that you can do it. And we're gonna tell you some stories about that. How to do it.
It's not all.
That's not all.
You can
Yes,
showcase the same wedding in a very different ways.
absolutely.
And favorite Daria's trick, and we can move to the next slide.
Yeah, One of my favorite phrases that we sometimes use in our own business is fake it till you make it. This is basically, I would say, the mantra of all the business owners. And this is why we can see here two completely different examples. We just wanted to tell you that it's so obvious from so many industries, yet we don't see people use this enough. And here are two examples from like completely polar opposite in industries, the tech industry and Steve Jobs, the legend. And the story goes, then they, like Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, just started Apple. They started selling the computers, yet they didn't have a fully operational computer before. Like they went to investors, they went to some brands, they were building it still in the garage, and they basically had a mock-up, and it was just the presentational skills and charisma of Steve Jobs that helped them to actually I believe it was, I have it in my note, Byte Shop. It doesn't tell anything to me, honestly, but they basically secured the first contract without any operational computers. It was just a pitch deck for them. And if we move to the wedding industry, here's the beautiful lady, maybe some of you know, Carrie Goldberg. She used to be the wedding editor in Harper's Bazaar. Right now, she's super successful bridal fashion stylist. And I remember from one of her speeches, and you can correct me if I'm somehow remember it wrong, but during one of her speeches, she told the story, and she works right now as a fashion stylist for all of those ultra luxury events, all of those ultra luxury weddings. And she told the story that sometimes in the beginning, maybe she still does it, she and her team actually wore the dress code, and they sat down during the ceremonies or like the welcome, like receptions, they just spread around, and they made photographers do the photos of theirs, because like they wore something like super fashion forward, so in dress code. So in the end, as a portfolio, it would seem like as a more stylish, more curated event. So basically, they were like a stunt people in the movies. So they were like in a dress code, spread around. They were made sure that the photos were taken of them, and at the end, the result was amazing, and all of those projects got published. So two different industries, two different examples, yet it works. And how we can actually do it and how we can implement those ideas, those hacks into our products, into our projects.
Invest in your portfolio, meaning circling back. If the weddings you are planning for this year, it doesn't really speak well with what you want to have, make it look the best way to attract the one you want to have. Invest. First, invest your time and learn as much as you can about when you lay out couple story mood board, and prepare yourself for the your killer or hero shots that you will take during the day that will help you to sell yourself, that will help you to stand out. That's the first. Second, step into the role of stylist. Again, we actually now at the Hybrid Collective conference, and Xavier was a speaker for the first day, and he mentioned the same simple idea that you are not, if you're a photographer, and I see that we have majority of photographers, it's not only about taking pictures, it's also creating this momentum. And yeah, you create these fundamentals that you will take advantage of.
Yeah, I mean, I have like so many examples here to add. I know some cake artists who like they did go for the venues, they brought their own cake stands, they brought their own fabrics, etc. They even brought their own photographers and videographers just to create the specific images of their cakes. It could be just is a tiny detail like this one, but basically everyone invested. And like with a Carrie example, just dress up your team and they will play the guests. It could be anything and it's applicable for every profession. It doesn't matter who you are.
So it's our job to elevate the style, not to complain that the couples are not stylish enough for us, but we can help them to look stylish. And actually, again, on Hybrid, I've met a couple photographers who start collaborating with bridal stylists because they understand that every project we have, it's our application for the next one. Number 3, create a cinematic moment or experience. Again, you remember, for those who read our trends report, experience is a big thing now during the weddings. Not only one big masterpiece, it's what people do and how couples express themselves and having fun with guests. So you can inspire them to do something, to play pickleball, badminton, or just for picture perfect moments. And co-invest with other vendors into decor, fashion, even in the car. Inspire couples and work collaboratively. And yes, that's important, to work with, let's say, people who think in the same direction, who has the same goals as you are. And I understand it's hard if you want to pitch for more and the team who is working with you, not really. It's also inspiring not only couples, but the entire crew. But it's your job. It's your job to inspire, and this is how we move to the next level. And we put together some great examples from our chat, the group chat that we started for our students for the wedding marketing course. And what is important here, that not only our students exchange gigs and find planners, photographers, content creators, but they also, once they start collaborating together, they have the same direction and they ready to co-invest and to create something meaningful, because everyone who works at the same project will take advantage of that and they will collaborate. And yeah, let's just touch base about the course that we are starting on March 17. And it's our signature marketing course, Fall in Love. We will start new round, and now we have an early bird, 999 instead of 200. And this early bird ends in late February 28. And let's watch a quick video from Carol, a destination wedding planner from New York, how she applied all the knowledge and how he immediately grew her rates.
Person at WedVibes, not only Alina and Daria, they're exceptional, but the whole entire team behind is there for us. And this, we feel good. We feel like we're seen, by you guys. We are heard. It was a very important step that I took in order to make strong the foundations to go even further. So if I didn't have that opportunity, I think I would be a little bit like here and there. But with this foundation, I feel very strong and capable of moving to the next phase of my business. This pretty much working with your mindset. It's like putting your mindset into a successful business. It was a very, very doable strategies, and at the same time, little details that I was putting together, I could see the results immediately. Like I can tell you that I'm booking like 3 times more in terms of the value of my bookings.
Yep. That's it. Yeah. So how you can actually work on your portfolio, work on your curation, and immediately start booking your dream clients. This is so easy. And I love here we're actually exchanging some questions and some advices, and we're gonna have a Q&A at the end. If you will have any questions for us, we're gonna happy to we will be happy to answer them. And we are moving forward. The second, yes, the second part, the curation. Okay, you already worked on your portfolio. You've done everything right. You collaborated with your vendors. You invested in some experiences. I don't know. You did the fireworks. You hired the classic car. You invested in a decor. What happens next? I would say the most common thing we see from so many wedding professionals, and we understand how hard is this, and that's why we basically came up with a certain framework of ours, because we are the editors. As Alina mentioned, every year we receive thousands and thousands of galleries, and the most common email we receive from the members of our community, here's 1,000 photos. I couldn't pick the best of them. Like my eyes are basically bleeding right now. I cannot choose the best ones. Please help me. And we are, as editors, we know how to. And if you follow WedVibes, you see it every day. We know how to curate your portfolio. We know how to showcase it in the best way possible. We know how to make it attractive for our clients. We know how to make it viral. And our editor team works hard every day on this. And even sometimes photographers, planners, I don't know, floral designers, they text us, okay, guys, I didn't even know that it could be possible to see my portfolio in this way. And yeah, without good editing, like with the example here about the movies, it's just a collection of scenes. It's such a collection of some traditional scenes put together, and nothing actually catches your attention here. And how can we do it? How can we curate our portfolio? We always, and these are the basics. We have more tips and tricks for you in, of course, in our course, but right now we don't have like so much time. We have like maybe 20 minutes left. So let's go through the basics. The first is a famous quote from Stephen King. And he once told that whenever you write a successful story, you have to kill your darlings because this is like the quality over the quantity. And once again, we received like 1,000 photos and people cannot choose the best of them. But in our experience, no one wants to see the story that goes over the 40 photos. We like, maybe with a few exceptions, but throughout the whole career, the WedVibe story, we never published over more than 40 photos. And whenever you put the photos and like you love all the various angles of this particular ceremony, no, you have to leave it out. You have to leave just one that will tell the story here. Always ask yourself why you choose each photo. And it's really important what you put out there. Do you want to showcase the venue? What's so special about this venue? Is it like destination one? Is it historic one? Was it featured in I don't know, Netflix movie or HBO, like White Lotus TV show? What's so special about this venue? Why you showcasing? Why you showing this statue, the random statue in this venue? Like you showcasing the people. Who are those people? The guests. Are they like in a beautiful dress code? Are they super charismatic? Are they? You just see the fun picture here. Do you want to showcase the scale of this event? Was it a big wedding or an intimate wedding? Was it like, yeah, more intimate, or was it like super fun and fashion forward? What about the style? Are they like more classy, romantic, and maybe bride wore her grandma dresses? Or was it like super fluffy, I don't know, like cool hat? What are you showing here? And creativity, what was put down, like what was your work here as like, once again, floral designer, planner, photographer, doesn't matter. What was the whole concept about? And of course, story and emotions, because we work in the most romantic industry in the world. And whenever we showcase those beautiful pictures of decor, like lit candles, we sometimes forget that people buy the story and they want to see themselves into the same frame. They want to see their emotions, their most important day of their lives, and they want to be captured beautifully in it. And emotions sell a lot. Here, okay, I'm just looking to some comments here.
Let's reply for the 40 photos comment.
Yeah, exactly. So 40 photos, it's basically the total that you choose from every project, and you can post. So you choose the 40 best photos and you will post it on your website. You will divide them among several posts on your Instagram. You will include them in your publications. It doesn't matter where, like in some lifestyle, wedding, media outlets like WedVibes. Those 40 photos in rotation will work for you for every project. And like from any outlet, for any exposure you want to receive.
It just feels like only 40 photos. Yes, pretty
Yes,
much only 40 photos. Because look, we recently did the exercise for the matchmaking initiative that we are launching, and we looked into our members' portfolios. And we literally stepped into the client's shoes. We literally looked as a like bride or whatever, groom, which is even harder, into this hard decision-making process, looking into several wedding photographers and trying to figure out who will be the best fit for me. So it is, again, it's easier for me as a bride to check 40 photos and to build my perception rather than to look hundreds and hundreds of photos of different professionals. So it's hard to choose. That is why during our course and during even this live session, we help our students and other talents, our members, to make the hard decisions and choose the best. It's hard, we know, but if you step into the client shoes, you will understand that this is what they need. Otherwise, they're overwhelmed with the amount of pictures they have to look into and make a decision. All right, so your portfolio should include only images that showcase what you want to shoot. That's important because just because you shot it doesn't mean it needs to be seen. Again, it's hard. It's easy to advise to someone, to the fellow professional, but it's hard when it is your wedding and you remember every single minute. You remember how you worked, you remember the couple and something that's really meaningful to you because you connected to the project you did. But again, try to step away and look with the eyes of the potential clients. Will they like it? Will it be attractive to them? Or it just your darling? Try to be honest. That's hard, but there's something that you will celebrate when you get the client that you want, but not over and over again the clients that you want actually to get rid of. And yeah, let's look into the pretty much step-by-step actions. Follow the structure when you curate the gallery. Daria, you want to comment?
Yeah, I can see so many comments and questions regarding those 40 photos. Yeah, once again, 40 photos should be representative of your portfolio. And regarding Instagram, etc., you will, I mean, watch our other recordings when we talk about marketing, and we always say that you have to recycle your project. You have to post your stories again and again and again, especially if you feel like this particular wedding attracts your right clients. You see it in action. Whenever you post it, you receive some inquiries, you receive some praise, you basically receive the more likes than like any other post. Just recycle them. Just choose the 40 photos. You can do them in the reels, in a gallery, 1 gallery, 2 galleries, 3 galleries, 4 galleries. It doesn't matter. Those are just the photos that represent your project, this particular project. Yeah. And Alina?
Follow the structure.
Follow the structure. Yeah.
Follow the structure. Again, it's not easy. Maybe it's easy when you just, I will just say it out loud, all right? But when you sit down and do it, it's hard. And that's why we help our students. All right, start strong with the hero shot, killer shot, whatever you want to call it. Maybe you have your own name of it, but hero shot is something that immediately attracts attention, that you want to dive deeper and see, all right, what is in. Because Instagram is the biggest platform where couples look for vendors. 90% of couples go watch, like look into Instagram when they're choosing vendors. And on Instagram, we have the cover picture. On the website, we have a cover picture. So make it the most appealing because there is a banner blindness. And when we just use this nose to nose shot, it just doesn't really stand out. It's cute, it's nice, but it's one of many. Second, your first 5-6 images should be your best. Again, it's really hard to choose the best, but we have to make a choice. And we also can test and experiment. We can ask for advice. It's a process. It's a journey. It's not a like overnight understanding, but still, when you curate, figure out your best and put your best foot forward. Leave out any events or details that don't align with the type of work you want to attract. So again, just because you shot something, it doesn't mean that it should be there. Only put out there what will work to attract people you want to work with. And finish with emotions, because it's a very strong thing to finish. And it also actually kind of connects your audience with you and connects with the job you do, the value you can provide for them.
Yeah, and I know it's super hard, especially for planners and photographers, because you want to showcase everything. You want to show the shoes and the flat lay and the guests guests, and I don't know, the dinner, the party, the dances, etc. But you don't need it. And the most important part, the storytelling, the traditional storytelling. Then we start from the morning, from the bridal preparation, and we end it with a cake. It just doesn't work anymore. And if you will just pick your the best photos, you will see and like test it out and try to post it like on Instagram, you will see how much more attention you will get just with those strong photos. Remember the style, the venue, the decor, the guests, the emotions, basically your top 5 things you have to concentrate on. And if we talk about hero shots or killer shots or however you want to call them, there are several examples. The classic ones, of course, we still work in a very traditional industry. And of course, the best of the creme de la creme, what showcases our portfolio, the best are usually the ceremony. Let's be like honest, let's be real here. And of course, the more you invest in the ceremony itself, meaning usually the decor, the amount of decor, like all of those centerpieces, you can even do like some sort of fireworks like we've done. This is the example of our editorials in Lake Como, Villa Balbiana. And it's basically, we combined several factors here. So this is like a perfect example for you. It's an iconic background. Everyone who wants to work in Italy and like Como in particular, they know this background. Like the huge decor pieces, like all the flowers. It's super big. It's very luxury, and we even went further and complemented it with a grand finale after the ceremony with the fireworks. So of course, the ceremony would be your hero shot, but if you like in your portfolio right now, you don't have a projects like this, you don't have like this kind of big centerpieces, you can think about it and twist it in unconventional way. This is why we also compiled together some ideas like of unconventional hero shots that caught attention even in WedVibes when we posted those stories. It could be something super unconventional in terms of the posing, some real moments like here, groom just hopping the bride over the shoulder and just running from the ceremony. It caught lots of attention just because there not so many photos exist like this. And like if you think about something untraditional in terms of the photo, the angle, the story. So does this first picture tells us the story? And the idea here, would the audience want to swipe right? Would the audience want to learn more about this project? Of course, the second one, it could be just design or the scale. Right now, we know, for example, fabrics are huge, like the work that Mia Silvia does, for example. And whenever we see, maybe there wasn't a ceremony at all here, but the whole thing, like the whole photo from the dinner with all of those lights and this amazing background, once again tells us the story that this is something very trendy, very cool. Maybe I will dive in to learn more about this couple. We already covered it, but it could be the style. And of course, our main target audience are the brides. And the brides usually look for one thing: what kind of dress, what kind of gown, what kind of aesthetic I want to like channel, what kind of bride do I want it to be? And they, of course, they look most to the styles. So if you have anything in your portfolio, or you can invest in your portfolio and offer to your bride, oh, let's do some portrait session for like 15 minutes, but we'll do something completely unique and unconventional. Like here, once again, Alina mentioned, right now we're at a hybrid convention, and yesterday we had a conversation and several photographers discussed this wedding, and they're like, do you remember like this wedding, like this girl, this bride, and she wore this fluffy hat? And I was like, yes, I knew what he was talking about, because this is like epic, this is iconic. And emotions. That's why romantic movies will always be huge. They call it chick flicks. They always will be huge. It doesn't matter what's going on right now in terms of the trends. But if we have pets, kids, grandmothers, grandfathers, grandparents, those pictures are all they sell, and people want to know like what else, like what was like during like this event, and it will catch the attention. It always
Just
works.
cute.
It
They
just,
feel connected. They feel
yeah,
connected.
that's true.
It's very sentimental and emotional. Speaking
And
of champagne and wine, even if your portfolio includes house wine, you have the talent to deliver a champagne experience. Probably you didn't shoot the wedding with this amazing fuzzy hat. However, every wedding deserves some angle to highlight. Let's break down what kind of angles or like what kind of hidden gems you can pull out and put it in the face. First, even if you do the wedding with a very comparably low budget, maybe it's not appealing venue, the bride can be stunning or her gown can be beautiful. So focus on bride. And that is also the idea of the killer shot or hero shot. Second, it can be a very beautiful, young, appealing, stylish couple, just attractive couple. Focus all your story on the couple. Again, our idea is to grab attention and build the right perception of what we're capable of. And we want our future couples to recognize themselves in the portfolio we put out there. Number three, couple maybe is not really attractive, or maybe the gown is not nice, but venue is good. So focus on the venue, and the killer shot will be venue to showcase the scale and the money behind it, and just to connect your name with the iconic and top tier venue you want to work at. The decor can be solution if you worked with a talented decor designer or the or someone who built together the amazing and creative dinner setup, for example, or ceremony. And guests can be fashionable, attractive, young, beautiful, creative. Also, if guest is the highlight of the wedding, you can use them.
yeah, definitely. And I just wanted to add that even like on a venue, if the couple is not like as charismatic as you want to, you can even do the photo of yourself, like on the iPhone, and just showcase the whole world that you work there.
That you,
Yeah, and the most, I would say, unique thing about us, once again, we are not only the marketing professionals, but our like bread and butter is content, and this is how we grow, and this is how the members of our community grow. And we even went this far and offered, and we're gonna still offer it for the next round of our course, as to curate the gallery of our students. And what we offer, and like this is the most exclusive things, because you will receive it not from our team but from me and Alina specifically, is to curation of your portfolio. So usually what we do, we choose one gallery, like the whole gallery, so it could be like 1,000 photos, you like, it doesn't matter for us, and we're gonna choose those 40 photos that we as content gurus see would attract your dream couples, your dream audience. How to, through curation your portfolio, showcase to the world exactly what you want to showcase and attract the dream clients of yours. And we promised many successful stories, and here's Julia. I don't know, maybe she's here, maybe she's not. She will reveal herself if she's here. Yes, yeah, so Julia, she's a beautiful, beautiful photographer from Canada, and like French Canada and Europe, and we curated her portfolio and showcased her how she can actually do it in a different way. We highlighted her strengths. We've picked those specific moments and explained why we actually picked them, like what exactly it will tell to the target audience. And she immediately started getting like posting in the style we've showed her, like shown her. She started immediately getting inquiries and even bookings from Italian, like you can see here, from Italian and US brides. So this is amazing. This is, I'm so proud from everyone who we worked with. And we have some perks for you, so buckle up. As the marketing professionals, we also prepared some surprises for you, some compliments, some gifts, and probably you know already, I mean, everyone who knows us knows that we love Times Square features, and I cannot even like tell you guys like how many people actually come to us, to me and Alina, like during hybrid, during Engage. We didn't Engage this December. And I would say this is like the most popular thing people will approach us with. They will tell us, oh guys, we saw you on Times Square several times. Yes, we do have this opportunity, and not only for us, we offer it to our students. And at the end of the course, we will choose 3 lucky people, and we will give them an opportunity for each one of them to create their own videos, photos. It doesn't matter. We're gonna help you with that, and we're gonna showcase it. We're gonna rent the Times Square billboard, which is the biggest screen in the world, which 1 million people see every day, and we're gonna showcase your work exclusively on Times Square.
And most important, how you will take advantage of that and show on your socials that you've been featured on Times Square. And
Exactly.
even run ads.
Yeah,
Running ads on Instagram is also part of the course. Not only portfolio curation is the one important component, but not the only one.
Yeah, exactly. We even know some of our students who included in the info about it in their bio on Instagram or on the website, like my work is being seen on Times Square.
I'm one of those students. Awesome.
Yeah, and that's not that. We have 2 more perks. Mean Device. Who doesn't know Mean Device? She's the most famous wedding planner in the world. She does all of those fancy Kardashian like events and etc. She knows everyone, like every celebrity in this world, and we were so lucky. We got connected to her. She loves us. She loves our work. And yeah, we secured some meetings with her for the students of our previous batch of our course. And we're going to do it again because she told us that she's going to be super happy to see more people from our community. And once again, at the end of the course, because we constantly watch all the students, me and Alina and Alex here, and we know who's more active, who's the most active in terms of their work, and we want to give you some perks as a token of appreciation. But we see your work, we see your hard work, and we're gonna give you the exclusive meeting with Mean Device, and you can ask her any questions. And she's super real, super honest, and she gives the most amazing advices because she has tons of experience. And that's not it. Once again, the community is the most important thing in this industry. Connections are the most important thing. And who knows about this better than all of those established professionals? And we've specifically picked some of our favorite planners and photographers, like Lancel, Daniela and Sharon, or Alison Hodgkins from Alison Events, Sam Blake, Anastasia from Happy Moments Collector. She's a wedding planner at Lake Como. All of those amazing people, they already recorded sessions with us, or they will be joining us live for our students, and they're gonna answer all the questions, and you can ask them everything from the price list or approach to the couples, or should I DM wedding planners, or does it received well or no? How many times can I follow up the wedding planner if I want to work with them? You can ask them anything, and they will be
Can I be your second shooter?
Can I be a second shooter or whatever? Like, yeah, what's the dress code for like each event? Should I follow the dress code or no? Yeah, you can ask them anything, and they will be honest and transparent with you.
I will chime in first. David, our graduate from the previous batch, mentioned in the chat that he loved talking to Mindy, of course, because she loves Mexico and she's been there and you guys made a great friendship. And second, if you attend those live sessions, which are students only with these amazing guest speakers, and if you see them in the real offline events, if you go to Engage, Kindred, even Hybrid, it's easier to start the conversation, not just I am obsessed with your work, you do such a great work, but now I listen to your video, I listen to your session, and your idea or your comment about this and that really looked fascinating to me, and I wanted just to give you my appreciation. So that's easier to start the conversation. Or if you ask question during live session, then again, if you meet in the real life, you can say that was me who asked the question during live. it's actually easier to build connection because you know that connection is a heartbeat of the industry. And last and not least, that the course is a personalized course. It's not just the recording that you will never watch, get access and never watch. It happens to all of us that we buy course and just don't have time to watch it. And then the season is coming and we are so busy and we just
We're
don't
all
want to
in
sit
there.
down and watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty much the course where every second week we will do the Q&A, and even during our hectic schedule, like today when I'm actually sick and we're in the conference, but we still go live and we discuss and connect with you. And with our, again, with our European American experience, we are two Europeans living in America, building business as we speak. We are building our business. We are helping to build business our clients and other wedding professionals. We can give you some great feedback, and not only us, also other students, because when we meet in our virtual Zoom room, people from all over the world, you can discuss planners with planners, photographers with photographers, so many things that you normally don't discuss in the fancy, nice events, or you just cannot reach out to people and out of the blue ask these questions. So it's very transparent, honest, helpful, and collaborative environment. And
Okay.
yeah, let's listen to Jessie because I think she put together like the best compliments to us and the connection we've built. She's an amazing wedding planner from the US, Destination Wedding Planner. Sentimental Fools is her brand. Yeah, let's listen to Jessie.
Oh, no.
Access to your two founders has been huge. They are so intimately familiar with like the people who are taking the course in a way that I haven't taken a ton of these kind of courses, but it feels like everyone in the industry is offering some kind of education right now, which is lovely. But it does kind of feel like a cash grab for those people. Whereas with you guys, it really felt like, no, these are people who are championing small businesses and wanting everyone to succeed and truly like down to I was literally across the country and she's like, go find this person in the hotel lobby. They're waiting to talk to you. Like, who does that? Or like, why aren't I seeing your face more? Or pushing me to go out there or getting real honest feedback that maybe isn't like, well, everything's beautiful and wonderful. It's like, no, why aren't you doing this? Like, I really appreciate that, like cutting through all the noise and like, no, this is what you need to do to grow your business. And honestly, I just got back like less than a week ago from Palm Springs. So I'm still marinating on all of that, but like the amount of photographers and videographers that are at such a high level that reached out to me after that was huge. And honestly, like Alina and Daria, like they are a huge part of why I have the confidence to be like, yeah, I am great. You should want to work with me, as opposed to like, oh my God, these people are reaching out to me. I don't even know what to say to them. It's like, yeah, you can take me out to drinks and see what I can offer you, you know, like that kind of thing. Whereas before, I feel like I would think they were kind of out of my league, but I think it's just more that my message hasn't gotten out there enough. So I am like eternally grateful to them. I love them so much. It's a reminder that you don't need to compare yourself to everybody in the industry. It's more about just amplifying what's special about you. Honestly, with what I would consider fairly minimal effort, you know, just like small shifts here and there. From like hashtags to knowing what to post to just putting my face in stories and really putting myself out there as part of the brand. I've noticed increased engagement, increased amount of inquiries, all through just like very small changes that we're just making on that one platform.
Yeah, we just got it's a big testimonial, and we're so grateful for Jessie. She's amazing, and I love the vibe in the whole like live.
And we didn't pay.
We didn't pay everyone, but I can see like all the beautiful talents. They just supporting us here, and like this is like the greatest thing like we can do and we can see. So you
And
just
before we will dive into Q&A, let's talk about money, right? Because Daria and I, we are
Fine.
business owners as you are. We also invest money in our growth, and we always wonder like how to maximize the result. Two things what I want to bring your attention first for the course and for the early bird price. We do have an afterpay. It's only $333 per month, which is like 10x payback. Second, of course, even like investing this money, you will even securing one wedding, you will get a huge payback because you have a clear understanding on the who you are, what is your brand DNA, and how you will attract the bookings you want. You will boost your recommendation and status, the recognition and status, and you will get so many connections in the community because those screenshots from the chat it's again, it's such a gem because you can even secure the gig in the chat like Patrick did. He met a wedding planner from Spain and got a job in the Spanish wedding. And of course, the perks we talked about. And this is a great example of Steffi, who already got 2 bookings, and she lives in Germany and she wanted to unlock Italy and Portugal and Spain, and she already got 2 bookings as we did the previous course. So guys, if you want to join, if you feel like it's right, and yes, that's true, thanks Jessie, we have a very much Eastern European approach. We praise you, but we give you hard time, we push hard, and we make you work and
And push
deliver
your tush, I
and
would
be present, yeah, and apply, not just listen to all the amazing things, but apply it. And if you go to some networking event, we will connect you to the people, but we will make you to come to them and introduce yourself, not just, be aware of those amazing people and listen to them in the room.
Yeah, and I can see the Emily's question, Alex already, yes, answered, but just once again for everyone who's listening to us right now, yeah, it's a lifetime access. You can join our sessions, our meetings, you can be in the chat, and you can see some students of ours right here in the chat who are hyping us. Yeah. And as a final message for you, yes, creating your portfolio, choosing the best 40 photos that represents everything, investing in it, working on your mood board, preparing to it. At the end, you're gonna be like Elle Woods and Legally Blonde, and you will get into Harvard, or in your case, to the luxury market.
And that's why you should vote for me, Elle Woods, future lawyer for the class of 2004.
The chat is my favorite part of the course.
You-
That's true. It's mine also. It's still alive. I mean, we don't have lessons right now, but it's still alive and present.
Yeah, so go.
Yeah, Alex just dropped the
Yeah.
link course in the chat. And if you guys want to join us, we start March 17. Every second week, we will meet at Q&A session in Zoom and answer your questions. And yeah, and if you have any questions, you can answer them right now. You can email us. But I hope that we will meet in class.
Yep, absolutely. And if you have any questions for us, I think we have 2 minutes and we have to leave. And yeah, if you have any questions, we're here for you. If not, you can also DM us, email us, and we'll see you in class. And we see you
And
doing all.
go curate your portfolio.
Yeah, exactly.
If
Yeah,
you need
go
help,
get them. Go get them.
if you need help, we can start doing it together on March 17. Thank
Yeah.
you, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And it was a pleasure to see you. And have a great rest of your week.
Thank you. I will
Thank
take the last picture. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.